continuing our Oscar marathon, we come to achievement in direction.
I think Pushkaraj, by now this show has gone on for 3+ hours and it's longer than the freaking Oscars. What do you say? So yeah, we are
Minus all the performances in between. If you want performances, you can watch the Sheila Ki Jawani or Sunny Leone video right next there. somewhere.
absolutely.
Here we stick to the point. The nominees are Birdman, Boyhood, Foxcatcher, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and The Imitation Game.
And I think let's name the directors when we are discussing them. What-
Yes,
yeah.
let's actually do that. Alright, let's take it piece by piece. Let's take the first one. You have Birdman, directed by Alejandro G. Inarritu. I can still not pronounce his name.
We are
Brilliant
sorry.
director though.
We are sorry, Alejandro. We do not know how to name you. Sorry.
Yeah, Alejandro.
Alejandro, yes.
Yes, whatever. Though he's a brilliant director, alright?
Shit, he's gonna kill us if he ever sees it. Okay. Direction.
Birdman is a brilliantly directed movie, right? The entire movie is carried out through screenplay, the sound, music, everything is perfectly in tune. It carries through, it has a surreal element which flows in. There are movements when you're moving from one time zone to another and you still be able to figure out what the hell is happening.
And in the same camera frame.
And
in
in the same
movement.
frame,
Yeah.
it looks like the same take. Obviously, the direction of photography for this movie is sheer genius, but overall, the movie has soul, right? Despite it being a movie that has not been liked by some general audiences, the critics love it. I love it. I find it to have
I
a lot of
think even
soul.
General audiences
Yeah.
loved it.
There are a lot of people who found Birdman a little too boring for their taste,
No.
and I agree. If I was watching it when I was really tired or something, I would probably not enjoy it. But if I sit through it, by the end of it, I know that this movie has soul, and the director has managed to convince me of that, and which is why I think Birdman is a very, very, very strong contender this year. So Alejandro might take his first Oscar away home this year.
Having said that, I genuinely believe that Richard Linklater for Boyhood is going to win because he has done this big stunt, which is like a once in a lifetime stunt for entire of Hollywood. Nobody shoots a movie over 12 years and watches the kids grow up. What if the kids die? What if a lead actor dies of cocaine overdose or some shit like that? And this guy is going to get the Oscar just because he has taken that kind of risk. Nobody takes that kind of risk. I've never heard anyone take this huge a risk, and I think he's going to be awarded for it. Does it deserve it? Not really.
I don't think he deserves
He
it.
doesn't
Yeah,
deserve it. But you know what? Having said that, just for having the balls big enough to film over 12 years, he's going to be awarded for that because I don't think anyone else is ever going to try that. So that's my reason why Boyhood's going to win, not on technical merit, just because you have pulled a good
No,
stunt.
if you want to award something on technical merit, I think Grand Budapest Hotel should be awarded. Like Wes Anderson should be awarded purely on technical merit for direction, because that
Agreed.
is direction. Like Grand Budapest Hotel, you managed to put in comedy, angst, anger, funny moments, everything into
There's a
that movie.
shootout. There's a
Yeah.
big shootout in between.
And that is just genius direction. As in, I can't imagine any other director in the world right now who
Who
would
can
manage
pull
to
it
pull off a Grand Budapest Hotel.
Absolutely.
So technically, if you're talking about technically, Wes Anderson should take away the Oscar this
Definitely,
year.
definitely.
Right? You have a movie called Foxcatcher by Bennett Miller in here, and I honestly don't know why it's in here. Okay? No, very, very bloody serious. You know? I saw the movie, I'm like very serious. And wrestler, and oh, serious. And very, very, very dark, groovy undertone. But it's a movie you send to award fest, to film festivals and everything. Oscars, I don't think Foxcatcher really cuts it.
You know what? I love the scene where there's some top ramen, ketchup, he's eating it. Good direction, man. Great,
I'm like, alright, I understand your ability to direct. Obviously, you're brilliant in directing something which is gritty, has a very sinister undertone all throughout, but sinister undertone all throughout the length of your movie for the entire film. Okay, if I have to give an award purely for maintaining a sinister undertone in a movie, I would probably give it to Bennett Miller. But
So-
I'm definitely
So
not
the
voting
Oscar
him to
for
win
the
Oscar.
best dark undertone to a film goes to Foxcatcher.
Okay, not the Oscar for best achievement in direction. Alright. Then you have Morten Tidlum. I don't know how do you pronounce his name. Alright. For Imitation Game.
I don't know either.
Again, Imitation Game, great movie. Brilliant storyline, brilliant everything, very well told. The direction is good, great, not
flat.
brilliant. Yeah,
It's flat.
It's flat in many terms because I didn't know whether I was watching a documentary on this man's life I was watching a movie. A movie is supposed to evoke an emotion in me, and this one really lacked
I think
to actually
Pushkaraj
keep emotions into me.
You're having a hard time talking about this film because it didn't have any, ups and downs. It just went flat and then climax.
There are
Flat.
scenes where you actually want to feel something for this character. Like, come on, he broke the enigma, and you're like,
should I
and he
feel
broke
that?
the enigma. Yeah. You're confused on what you should feel.
See, I feel The Imitation Game is a very BBC documentary.
Yeah.
And Englishmen have a very stiff kind of thing going
it's a
for
very
them.
intelligently well-made documentary. I don't think it's a Oscar-worthy direction movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I think our vote kind of goes with Wes Anderson, but I feel Linklater's gonna win. But we both want Wes Anderson to win. What do you say?
I want Wes Anderson to win, okay, but Alejandro Inarritu might also take it away because Birdman is a piece in itself. It is a piece of art. The movie, you're tackling various realms in the same movie. You're tackling various issues in the same movie. And Alejandro has done this even before in a movie,
Babel.
In Babel, okay, and he has this style which is iconically him. He's done the same in Amores Perros.
And 21 grams.
Yeah, and 21 grams. He has this knack for pulling a story together and pulling a soul out of it, and he's again done it again with Birdman, and it's brilliant. Like, the performances are brilliant, score is brilliant, the cinematography is brilliant. I think as a movie piece, Birdman really clinches it for me. Right? So for me, the competition is between Budapest Hotel and Birdman.
But I think the expert competition is between Boyhood and Birdman, and I still say
our heart goes out to Grand Budapest Hotel. Definitely. But technically, Boyhood or Birdman might clinch it.
Absolutely.
Alright, so you let us know what do you think will win. I bet on Birdman winning it this year. Alright, though my heart does go out to Grand Budapest Hotel, I think Birdman would win it this year.
Boyhood.
What do you think? Boyhood. Alright, so you have 3 votes out here. You let us know what do you think would win.
Sadly, Boyhood.
Yeah. Or you know what the fuckiest thing would be? If Foxcatcher or Imitation Game win, then we're like, holy shit, what?
We are so off the base on this.
Yeah, alright. So that's it. You let us know what do you think would win and why.